right, guys, check it out. I've got even more boards ran through the jointer, the table saw, and the planer, everything going through that whole process of making these boards nice and straight in the uniform thickness and everything, ready to be sanded and everything. We're going to be using a Kreg jig. I'll show you that, guys, here in just a little bit. But we got a lot of stuff here ready to go for building the cabinets. And check this out, I got some blueprints going here, guys. I blueprinted the windows of the bus here, got all the measurements and everything, where the tub is, where the bed's going to be, where the sink is going to be, the stove, all the countertops and everything right there. And we're going to have some more stuff in this area right here to do for some clothes storage and the laundry and stuff. So I've been just kind of getting everything laid out here. And then over on this page, I got the working blueprints right here. The top view of the sink part of the cabinets. And then this is the front view right here. So we're going to have a door right here on this side that opens this way. This door will open this way. This door will open this way. And this right here, I think I'm going to have 3 drawers right here. And then we're going to have the stove right here on this side and a totally different cabinet over there for where the stove is going to be. It's kind of going to be an L shape. And it's going to look like this right here, just kind of a backwards L shape like this. And then the stove will sit right there. There's going to be a big slide out drawer right here for pots and pans to go in. And then you're going to have your tall pantry stuff right here. And this is going to be right behind the driver's seat. So you're going to have a little bit of a counter space right there between the stove and the driver's seat. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably put a wall right here, just maybe some 3/4 inch plywood to divide where the driver's seat or driver's compartment is and the kitchen and everything, so we don't have, you know, greasy stuff getting splattered on the seat back or anything like that crazy. And we'll get some backsplashes and stuff put around the back side of that so we can make for easy cleanup on all that. So that's kind of the plan right now. Look at this. Here is the jointer. We've been running a lot of boards through this, getting everything straightened up. And look at that pile. That is quite the pile right there. And outside, I've got a gorilla cart that is plumb full of wood chips from running boards through the planer. You guys may have seen that. I don't know if I put that footage out there, but I spent a lot of hours shooting video and just running boards through the planer, running some pine boards through. That was supposed to make it in this morning's video, but I ended up just kind of cutting that video short and put it out there. So here's some panels right here I've been working on. I may have showed you guys this already. They don't look real nice right now, but I still have to run the electric hand plane over them, get rid of all this glue and get everything flattened out and everything. So I got those 3 panels right there. And they might end up being the countertop. I don't know. I'm leaning more towards using those pieces for door fronts and maybe shelving and stuff inside the cabinets and stuff. I'm going to need some panels also that go kind of front to back. So I may be gluing up some more of those. But these right here, these are some select pieces right here of quarter sawn lumber right here. Nice white oak. I just got those done yesterday. And those are going to be the faces of the cabinets, not the doors or the drawers, but the faces of it. So basically, come over here and look at this print, and right here, those are going to be like these right here. A 64 inches or 64.5 is what these right here are going to be, the top and bottom. These right here, these up and down on the faces, are going to be 27 inches. That will go in between there, and then the sides will be a little bit different dimension because, well, they're just different. All right, so, and we're going to be using the Kreg jig. I don't have it out right now, so let me grab a hold of that. It's actually behind all these boards in that cabinet right there. I got to show you that because that's another one of the tools I had to get for this build because I just didn't have the ability to do the pocket holes that I'm going to need to do on this. So let me grab that and show you guys that real quick. All right, guys, so one of the tools that I got that's going to be very, very whatever you call it, very important for me to have in this build is this Kreg jig set right here. And the reason is because I'm gonna have to do some joinery, kind of like this right here. And so I want to see exactly how well this works and everything. It would probably help if this board was a little better squared up. I think this side is here a little better. Yeah, that'll work. It doesn't have to be perfectly square. This is just an off-cut piece here. It's not perfect. But I want to see, you know, just how good this works and everything before I use it on the cabinets. I think it's going to work great. I see a lot of other people use it, but I just wanted to go ahead and try it out myself and just kind of see. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to do a couple of them here. I'm just going to line this up on the side right there. And I've got right here on this drill bit, they actually have it laser engraved, it looks like right here, where it says 1.5" material, 3/4 and 1/2. So that makes it super easy for you to know exactly where to put this collar on here. So basically all we got to do is get this started in this hole here, and then we're on speed number 2. We're just going to drill it out and give her heck. Here we go. All the way till it bottoms out like that. Now I'm just going to try 2 of these. So I'm going to come over here and line up this side pretty much like I did the other side. And then I'm going to use this far side over here to drill my next hole. Just like that right there. And no, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies of the tools that I'm using. I bought these outright. So anyways, right there you go. We got our 2 pocket holes right there, and you could even put another one right there if you wanted. So anyways, I believe I used the small screws for the 3/4. Let's see here. I think it probably says on here somewhere what material you use this with. This is 1.25". I think this is what you use. It's the 1.25" for what I'm doing right here. I'm not 100% sure, so let me kind of look at this. Yeah, that looks like that's what I need right there. So anyways, I did have a kind of manual Kreg jig before that you had to fiddle around with a clamp like this right here and get that thing in place. Matter of fact, let me show you that real quick. It's over here. Here it is right here. But if you guys are interested in getting a Kreg jig and you're not doing a whole bunch of them or anything, if you're doing just a small job, like I did this cabinet over here for the CNC, and this is what I used on it, and it was very finicky. It took quite a bit of time, and basically it will work. You just have to put it on like that and then use a clamp like this right here, and can you see what I'm talking about here, guys? Like, just getting this thing set up is kind of a little bit of a pain. So we can even put this drill bit in there and get that kind of set in place so you can see how it would actually clamp on there. And I gotta loosen that up some more. Once you get it set up, it's probably not too bad, but just getting it set up can be a pain. It's just not as quick and easy as this little setup right here. So anyways, you'd do it like that, and you'd have your drill bit in there and basically just drill it like that right there. I'm not going to drill it and mess it up because it probably waller the hole out a little bit. So anyways, these right here is probably the most cost effective or whatever that you could get as far as a Kreg jig setup. Something like that, and just get you a little clamp or something like this. And you probably, if you're going to do wider boards, you're going to have to get a C-clamp that reaches out quite a bit further. And those are a little bit more expensive. This one right here just came with this kit, with this right here. And this little pistol grip thing right here kind of goes all around. And then this right here, you can loosen that up. And what that does is only allows the, whenever you tighten this down and you hit that right there, if you, let's say you put this in here and you don't want it to back up very far, you just let it open a little bit, then tighten this down, and that keeps it, whenever you release the tension on it, to where it doesn't come all the way back. So you could actually, let's see, just snug it down like that, tighten her down, and then it only takes you like 2 grips of the squeezer there to get it locked on, right? So that's what that little knob right there is for. And this right here can just about, you know, it can do 360 or whatever, don't matter. So however you're having to get with this, and maybe you're having to do some pocket hole screws on something like a big piece or something, like a big piece of plywood, and you don't want to have to maneuver a big full sheet of plywood through something like this right here. So you could actually have that sheet of plywood laying down, and you could just clamp this onto your plywood and come in and drill it. So that's what makes this little portable setup like this just super, super nice. Anyways, let me move on here a little bit. So another tool you're going to need is this little square drive right here for your Kreg jig screws. A nice long one comes in super handy because if you got a short one, you're getting down in here real close and your drill it's not very easy to get in there like that. So a long one like this right here, you'll find it in the Kreg jig section. And so that's real handy to have something like that right there. So anyways, let's flip this over so that the faces that's going to be showing or whatever is on the bottom side. And let's get this screw in here. Now basically what you can do here is use this right here to make sure that the faces are flush. You can use this clamp. Let's get her worked down here. Just to make sure this does not move on you or anything. Well, let's see if I can get it clamped. That's probably a little too tight there. Hang on. Ill prepared, guys. I'm ill prepared. Still too tight. All right. You could do it like that right there, but I'm just going to do it freehand. All right. So get her just like this right here. Get everything lined up, nice and pretty. Just like that right there. Probably would have been easier with some softer wood, but it is what it is, right? There we go. That's not too shabby. It didn't line up perfectly, but these boards right here aren't perfectly flat either, as you can see. Didn't finish running this through the planer because I had to actually cut it off. There was steel in the end part of this right here, so I just cut these scrap end pieces off just to have something to show you guys. But that's pretty darn strong. I don't know that I could break that. I mean, I could break the board probably if I beat on it hard enough, but as far as the joint, you know, the screws and everything, that right there, that's pretty darn good, guys. All I got to do is take a palm sander and run over that. I mean, I guess whenever I start actually building the cabinets, I'll take my time and make sure I get everything perfect. But yeah, these weren't perfectly, you know, plain flat just yet. They still probably need to go through the planer a few more times, but I'm telling you what, I'm liking that right there. That's definitely going to be my go-to for the faces and everything of my cabinets. And like I showed you guys before, I've got the blueprints and everything right here. I've got to really think that through and make sure I've got everything figured out, get all my panels and stuff that I'm going to need for that glued up, get them cut to size and planed out and everything. Then we're going to start kind of getting everything cut to length and figured out and get it put together inside the bus. And then I'm going to start making the cabinet doors. And I may or may not, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm kind of thinking about doing some CNC carving on the cabinet doors just to really bring those things to life and make them something special. So guys, I hope y'all will smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's completely free to do so, guys. So please subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell over there to the side. It looks like a little bell, a dingle bell, like Chrissy would say, from Paragon Ridge Ranch. If you don't know who that is, go check out Paragon Ridge Ranch. Super nice person. Anyways, go check out her channel. And the Mullet Man over at Oklahoma Adrenaline Life. I almost forgot Preston's YouTube channel there for a second. But anyways, go check them out too, guys. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.